Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're here with the 747 Dreamlifter. Very big plane. Took me a little bit of time to figure this plane out, but it's actually, once you figure it out, it's not half bad. But there are some glitches, and it's with the engines themselves. On the paint, they will just disappear randomly. We're going to take off these pitot covers already. Come on. There they go. So yeah, we're gonna also remove these chocks. So if you come over here, start walking. Yep, right there it is. That's a bit of a defect. This plane needs a bit of an update, like a really big update. It just like the engine right there. That see, that's looking okay. There it is, that engine too. Yeah, it's just overall, it doesn't render in properly. Now, if you can look past that, it's not a half bad plane. But there's some rendering issues. I even saw some 3D rendering issues. Yeah, look at it right there, right? That's just awful. But I'm really hoping Microsoft or whoever did this plane puts out an update, because it really needs an update like bad. But we're gonna go through and open the tail end of it. Took me a long time to figure it. Yeah, right here. If you're standing this far away, this doesn't look round anymore. It's like polygoned around it. It just doesn't look like an engine. And then when you walk back up to it, then it goes back to being round. It's just, it has issues. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna go open up the rear end of this plane, full startup, and take off. All right, let's go ahead and get inside. All right, now we're inside the cockpit. So there is a trick to this plane, and that is it does not have an APU. It has to have the power has to be provided by the ground. I believe it's air power or whatever it is. I'll show you what I mean. So we're gonna turn the battery on. We're gonna come down here, go to menu, settings, right here, request ground air, turn that on. Once you do, you will be able to start the engines then, because it took me forever and a half to figure out there's no APU. I even went through the checklist. I'm like, I don't see anything with APU. There can't not be an APU. But that is what it is right here. This is it's a ground version. Apparently there's not enough room, I guess, with this plane to have a APU. But we're gonna go ahead and then do our nav. Align. Let's see what else. Let's go ahead and bring up the checklist. We'll go through that. We'll go through that very quickly. Checklist. Probe covers, nose gear, landing gear, right aileron, right flaps. Let's see. Left aileron, left flaps, rudder, and elevator. Is there anything else missing? Oh, rudder right there. Power switch is on. Standby power is on auto. Right there it is. It is on auto. Let's see. Hydraulics are off. Landing gear is down. External power as necessary. Let's see. IRS selectors. So those are these. They're on a line, but we're gonna put them straight to nav, like it says. IRS position. So right here, it even tells you where to click right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and do KDFW, or Dallas Fort Worth. Good to go. Switch bus to bus tie switches to auto. They're already there. Generators are on. Generator control switches to on. Already there. Hydraulic demand, or yeah, hydraulic demand pumps selector are set to off. They already are. Engine hydraulic pump selector to on. They are. Cross feed. Good to go. Fuel pumps are off. Yaw damper. It's back here. Are on. Trim air switches is on. Pack switches is on. Isolation valves on. I guess that's on. Engine bleeds are on. Navigation lights on. They're right here. Flight director. We'll get those in a minute. Auto throttle. Bank. Yep. Autopilot is disengaged. Letting the gears down still. Auto brakes ready to take off. Brakes are set. Speed brake is down. Thrust is idle. Flaps up. Fuel selector to cut off. And our TCAS ATC is set to standby. There it is. Before engine start, hydraulics to auto. Let's go ahead and move this over. Fuel pumps on. All of these. We're only going to turn on what says press. Beacon is going to be turned on. There we go. And now we set this the same the TCAS ATC to XPDR, just that one, and then engine start. Now I don't know why this thing is not. It's still. Let's try it again. We're also going to open up the back hatch. This is where you open up the tail door, and it takes forever to open, which makes sense. I mean, it really does. We'll let that open. It'll take a minute. That is set to be on. So the next thing we need to do is engine startup, which I don't think it's going to start properly. Packs is set to off. Now we're going to switch them back to off. Power switch, which is this, or engine start switch. And then run, which is right here. There we go. Engine is starting. So we're just starting that one engine. We can take that off the screen now. So if you actually like, whoa, camera just went wonky. But yeah, if you look right there, that is not rendering it properly right here. So this plane needs a major update. But if you can get it, yeah, right there, it had it right there for a split second. You see it right there again. But yeah, it's right, and also, yeah, there's just a lot of issues with this plane. Look at the front landing gears. Look right here. Look at the paint on the engines that we had earlier. It needs an update. Like, the wheels don't even look round. There's just so many issues with this. Now, there's only so many things I can overlook and be like, yeah, it's not a big deal. This turns into a big deal. This is a big deal. And it kind of, this at that point, it really does break the immersion of the plane. But yeah, you can definitely see how long it takes to open up that back cargo bay. Now, interior wise, inside the cargo bay, they look like, or whoever did the plane put more attention to detail on the interior, in my opinion. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go to showcase so we can walk in the back. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna come down here. Yeah, right here. Look at all this. The attention to detail in here seems to have been put more into an interior than the exterior. How does someone do that? I mean, like right back here. Whoa. I mean, how does one put that much detail into a plane, interior wise, and ignore the glitches and the patch or the issues with the exterior? It just doesn't sit. It just does not sit well with me. Plus, it's kind of weird how you go right here, you hear the exterior. You go right here, you hear nothing exterior. I mean, that's just fine. I don't really care much about that. But like I said, look at these control mechanisms, the latches and the seals. Bunch of detail. Look at the well, I guess I don't know how much how this is supposed to be configured, but that looks kind of weird. But yeah. All right. So the door is still not even fully opened. It's kind of nuts when you think about it, how this thing just takes forever and a half to close, which we're gonna have to wait a minute just for it to close. So we're gonna close that right now. It's closing up. Go back to menu. We're not gonna put a flight plan in. We're just gonna do a quick takeoff to show you guys the operations of the plane. But I mean, this thing, I mean, it's interior wise, it's not bad. Like right on the cockpit, well, really well done. Let's see if we can move out of the cockpit or out of our seat. So yeah, and that's how you exit the plane. And if you want to enter it from the outside, boop, there you go. No animation on the door. Of course, though, you're really high up. It's a pretty good vertical this guy has. This guy has a pretty good vertical to be able to jump all the way up to that door. But yeah, you have all of this. There's nothing back here is interactable from what I can tell. But I mean, it's interesting. Wait, hold up. High frequency. What is all this? This is all interactable. Probably me. My call. Transmitters. Yeah, I'm not sure what that stuff what's the use for that. There's your tablet over here. Overall, not bad. We're gonna go ahead and start up engine 3 now. We already started up engine 4. And I feel like the engines are just too quiet. Even on the exterior, when you're outside the plane, it's just too quiet. I mean, it really doesn't resemble like what a 747 would be on, especially the size of this plane. The size of this plane, you would have to have some honking engines on this thing to be able to to get lift for if it's carrying a heavy load, which I'm not even sure what kind of load this thing would carry. I mean, I wonder if it's a specialty loads that Boeing would send, because I know that with the Beluga, they carry the Beluga is able to carry the fuselages of its own like kind Airbus frames. So I don't know if the Dreamlifter, it does the same general thing, carrying around like maybe a 737 fuselage, maybe a 777. Probably not a 777. But I mean, it's kind of curious. If you guys know what this thing's able to carry, let me know in the comment section below. I mean, it's just overall, this plane it would be an awesome plane if it wasn't so like visually broken. But yeah, I do have to say though, Dallas looks good. Dallas Airport looks real beautiful. Look at that. This is the actual DFW that comes with Flight Sim. It's a custom airport, so it's not your generic builds. It's actually a custom done airport. It looks really good. Loving the highways, loving the train, or the Amtrak or whatever it is that connects. But yeah, it looks really good. Luckily though, the runway is just right here, so we can go to our runway with no problem. Tail's almost done. We're gonna go and start up engine 2 now. Engine 2 is live. What else did we have to do besides the engines? The EICAS, monitored engines. Okay, that's what the monitoring engine side is. All right, we'll agree with that. Packs. Well, once we're done, put the packs on. I already put the flaps right there. Taxi lights. 2 on. And then we're gonna already do our strobe and landing lights, so we don't have to worry about it. And then put down here our transponder to TARA, which is the very last one. And that's done. So all we have to do now is put pack switches on, and we should be good. All right, engine 1 startup. But yeah, she definitely looks broken. I mean, look at that. That just bugs me that this is not even like round, proper round. It's just not it's not rendering correctly. I don't know if it's not rendering correctly because this plane probably has so much data that's being pulled from the server since it's streamed. I even went into the marketplace to see if there's a way I can actually just physically download the plane to the computer, and I did not see that setting. I can disable it, I can delete it, but I can't install it on the computer. Not yet. Keyword is yet. That is, they're saying that you can do that down the road, but it's not a feature yet. All right, I think the engines are fully started. Yes, it's pulling down from startup and going to 234. 230. Yep, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and do our little mini takeoff. I believe our flaps are set. Okay, they're going down. All right, disengage brakes. Wait, am I forgetting something here? Oh, packs and emergency light. I forgot the emergency light. That is right here. That is not in the checklist, which is kind of disturbing. That's not there. Packs, there they are. And cool, that's cleared. Doors auto. Does it say doors auto? Okay, it does say doors auto. And then auto brake RTO. Cool, we're good. Let's take her nice and slow. She's a big bird. Now, interior wise, it sounds okay. All right, let's go ahead and do auto throttle and flight director, even though we're not going to really use it. All right, nice little taxi, short taxi. But there is one thing I really like, and that is if you guys can hit that sub button and that like button. Helps me out a lot. Yeah, I'm planning on doing a lot more videos. We're gonna do this taxiway. A lot more videos on Flight Sim, and we're also now dabbling in American Truck Simulator and iRacing. So yeah, hit that like and subscribe. All right. All right, we're gonna go a taxi to the end of this runway. Yeah, right there, the engines again. Now, when you give it throttle, yeah, this thing sounds like it's got some power behind it. But yeah, right there, engines not really rendering correctly the paint job. That one too, pardon me. Wheels look janky still. Yeah, it needs an overhaul. I know there's a lot of aircrafts that are needing an overhaul, but I don't know if it's because they're waiting for the marketplace to open before they do any of the updates to the planes. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know, because I know even Miltech says there's a bunch they need to update their plane. Like the C-17, it needs updates. I know the the Boeing 737 Max, it needs an update too. The VNAV LNAV is janky. Sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't. But yeah, well, the paint, even the back on the back was that, yeah, even the paint on the back tail is just half rendering it some of the time. Right there, little breaks in the paint. I don't know how you mess that up. I don't know what causes that. I don't know if it's a coding issue or a streaming issue from the cloud. I mean, there's probably countless things that could be the problem. There's just too many variables. All right, do our right-hander. And we'll do our little short takeoff. Yeah, it took me forever to figure out how to open the back tail of this. I'm like, there has to be some way of doing it. The Beluga was pretty simple, but then this thing was just not cooperating. Of course, I didn't look too deep into the menus, and then I'm like, yeah, I wonder. All right, full power. Pull up. All right, we're gonna rotate. If she stays straight, geez. All right, we're off the ground now. Gears up. Probably pulled the gears up way too soon. We are up. Flaps up. And there's Dallas. All right. We got lift. Everything's looking good. We already pulled our flaps up. Yeah, I mean, she flies well. She definitely flies like she's heavy. She's a heavy bird and she flies just like she should. The only issues I see with this plane is all visual. It's the only thing that I've really noticed. I haven't tried using a flight plan on this yet. Hoping maybe down the road we can, especially in a career mode. Hopefully career mode's not broken, at least visually broken. Yeah, right there. You see the ghosting of the engine? That's the first time I've ever had that real issue. Never had an issue with any other plane. It's that one side it looks like. Any wing flex? No wing flex. That's not realistic. With the size of this bird and the wingspan, there should be some type of wing flex. Yeah, it needs an update pretty bad. This plane is so crazy. Aerodynamically, this thing's got to be like lacking a lot of fuel efficiency. But that is the Dreamlifter. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got her off the ground, started, but of course with some issues. Hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, like I said, like and subscribe, helps out. Join the Discord channel as well. That link is in the channel. Have a great day, everyone. Later.